At the beginning of the movie, we see a car driving along when suddenly one of its tires blows out. Everyone gets out of the vehicle. There are 6 of them in the group, 3 girls and 3 guys. The strange part was that the road was completely deserted. Not a single car could be seen for miles. Here we meet Peter and Gwen, a couple. And this is Victor. The guys start working on changing the tire. Luckily, they had a spare, otherwise they'd be stuck. Meanwhile, Gwen's phone had no signal, so she moved around a bit and suddenly got some reception. She uploaded a group photo on social media, and the network came back. Twinkle then saw a garage shop on the map about 20 minutes away, but going there seemed like a waste of time since they could replace the tire in just 15 minutes themselves. This is Victor's girlfriend, Kelly. So Kelly and Twinkle sit aside while Jackson steps away to use the restroom. They get the tire off, and all that's left is to put on the new one. Gwen goes over to sit by the guys, with Peter following right behind her. Victor is fixing the tire when Peter asks if he needs help, but Victor refuses. Then Victor notices something shocking. The tire wasn't just blown, it had a bullet hole. Someone had shot it. Suddenly they hear something drop and see the tire rolling away. Victor chases after it into the trees. Gwen catches sight of Victor and is stunned. Right then, a bullet hits her straight in the eye. Everyone is horrified. Peter is completely shattered since Gwen was his girlfriend. Then another shot rings out. They all realize someone is sniping at them from hiding. The girls quickly take cover behind the car. A bullet grazes Peter's shoulder, but he survives. Jackson hides behind a tree as the sniper keeps firing non-stop. Jackson wants to get back to his friends, but he can't make it. Meanwhile, Kelly sees Victor's dead body, her boyfriend, and she panics, trying to run away from the car. Twinkle grabs her and begs her not to move, because the car is their only cover. Jackson starts throwing up. Then they hear rustling nearby. Peeks around the corner and sees Gwen, barely alive, taking her last breaths before she dies. Peter is devastated, cursing the sniper in rage, and in his anger, he decides to step out into the open. But both of them stopped it. Anyway, hours had already passed. Kelly felt like she was going to be killed too. Peter said, "We can't just sit here and do nothing. We have to do something." Twinkle replied, "If we make the mistake of leaving this place, he'll blow your head off instantly. He's planned for anyone trying to escape. Look at this road. It's completely deserted. Not a single car has passed so far. That sniper has probably been waiting for a vehicle for hours, and now we've become his target. That's why he's scaring us before killing us." Jackson said, "There are lots of trees on that side. We should run over there, but if they did that, one of the 3 could get shot and die." So they dropped that idea. They needed to call the police, but there was no network here. Peter stretched his hand out a little, but Kelly quickly gave him a selfie stick. They mounted the phone on it and turned on the AI mode. Then, when they finally got some signal, they told the AI to call the police. But just then, the sniper shot the phone, which made them even more panicked. Luckily, they still had 2 more phones. Peter said, "We'll have to move the car back a bit. Only then can we call the police." He got inside the car, but as soon as he did, the sniper fired again. The sniper was extremely alert, eyes locked on them. Still, they came up with a strategy. Kelly started recording video with her phone to figure out exactly where the shots were coming from, while Twinkle tried to distract him with a dummy. Meanwhile, Peter went inside and placed a bag on the accelerator, but he couldn't shift the car into neutral. The sniper fired again. He had already figured out their trick. But they had managed to record the video, which revealed the sniper's exact position. He was firing from behind a tree. Then we saw that it had covered itself with leaves. If anyone came close, they wouldn't be able to tell whether it was bushes or a person. Meanwhile, they had to put the vehicle in neutral. Peter risked his life to lift that toolbox. After that, he used all his strength to break off the upper part and taped it onto his arm. On the other hand, no one was telling Jackson what the plan was or what they were about to do, so he felt like they were going to leave him there to die. Anyway, Jackson had just one idea, that they should try to escape through the trees. But that idea was almost like inviting death. They knew if they moved from their position, they'd be killed. Still, they took position, and Peter went inside to put the vehicle in neutral. The good news was that the vehicle did shift into neutral. The bad news was that Peter got shot in the hand. Now, because of the way the car was in neutral, it just wouldn't stop. In the panic, Kelly moved away from the car and Twinkle too. The sniper helped them a little by shooting at the tire, which finally stopped it. Twinkle was scared to death. She started calling Kelly over, but Jackson was more desperate to get there first. Because of that, he got shot in the leg. And then, another bullet hit him too. Both shots were to his legs. He started losing blood fast, bleeding heavily. Jackson was screaming in pain. Twinkle told him, "Take off your belt and tie it tight around your leg. That'll slow the bleeding." He kept repeating it, but how long could he keep it up? Jackson out. Meanwhile, Peter's hand was also shot, and he was bleeding a lot. The only way to stop the bleeding was to heat up the hammer and press it on the bleeding spot. Now, this was a very painful thing to do, but it had to be done. Anyway, the bleeding finally stopped, but after enduring a lot of pain, their throats had gone dry with thirst. There was a water bottle inside too. They used their brains to pull it out, and everyone took small sips of water. Then they tossed the bottle toward Jackson. Poor guy. Just as he started drinking, he got shot in the hand, and the bottle shattered. Meanwhile, the sniper himself was drinking water peacefully, and even eating food. Soon, crows began pecking at Gwen's body. Pete threw a stone to scare them away. Then he said Gwen was pregnant, and they had decided to get married. He was overjoyed, and had even sold his bike and car for money. Peter was completely broken inside, which is why he surrendered to the sniper. But surprisingly, the sniper didn't shoot him. Maybe he enjoyed tormenting cowards. He walked over to Gwen, covered her face with a cloth, and sat down beside her, holding her hand. Meanwhile, Jackson was writhing in pain. He couldn't endure it any longer and started wishing for death. His wish came true as a wolf showed up. But before the wolf could kill him, he died himself from blood loss. Now Peter began provoking the sniper. Just then, a car approached 3 people inside. A little girl, her mom, and her dad. Peter wanted to ask them for help, but the sniper wanted to kill him now. So, after shooting at him, he dragged Peter toward Gwen's body and shot him dead. Peter was gone, and only the other 2 were left alive. Meanwhile, the family saw the dead bodies on the road. But just then, the sniper fired a shot, hitting the dad's hand. Now the car went out of control and crashed badly. After that, the girl got out of the vehicle. They told her to move behind the car, but she was already in the sniper's crosshairs. He started firing at her. Still, she wasn't trying to hide. In the end, the sniper finally took her down. After that, her dad pulled her back. But by then, she was already dead, and her granddaughter was missing. They told him to call the police, something he realized only after a while. The dad called the cops. The sniper couldn't see him clearly anymore, so he fired a shot at the car, causing a fuel leak. Now he was about to blow up the whole vehicle, which Kelly figured out, and she wanted to warn him. But Twinkle stopped her, because by now she had turned selfish. She held Kelly back, thinking that if Kelly warned him, he'd panic and wouldn't be able to talk to the police. She only cared about saving her own life. Just then, the sniper blasted the car, and the man burned alive in the flames. Now only his granddaughter was left. But the sniper was merciless. He didn't even spare her. Meanwhile, Kelly's mind wasn't working. She couldn't figure out what to do next. Even if night fell, the sniper would still see them through night vision. That's when Twinkle came up with an idea. She said, "At night he'll see us through night vision, but he can't see us through smoke. If we create smoke, we can vanish from his sight." Soon night fell, and they had to set the car on fire. Using a knife, they slashed the tires, then tore up the seats inside and placed the tire pieces there. After that, they found some small cans of gasoline in the trunk, along with some water. They drank the water to quench their thirst, then poured the gasoline and set the car on fire. And just as they planned, it worked. Smoke started coming out, and now even the sniper was having trouble seeing. Because of that, he began firing blindly. After that, the police arrived since Dad had already called them. They had brought 2 snipers along as well. But the problem was, they couldn't see him, while he could see them. Then the sniper shot Siri, which made her foot press down on the accelerator, and the car went out of control. During that, one sniper fell down, and then that sniper killed him too. Meanwhile, Twinkle tried to run when she got the chance, but Kelly was too scared, so she couldn't. Just then, the smoke cleared, and the sniper shot Twinkle dead. Now only Kelly was left. The police car stopped a little further ahead. Kelly, risking her life, ran towards it and reached there. Now only 2 officers were left. One officer spotted that he was firing from behind a tree, and then the sniper and the officer both started firing at him blindly, but none of the bullets hit him. Then, with 4 shots, he finished off that sniper. Now only 1 officer was left. He grabbed a gun and went to kill him, but he was also shot dead. Kelly, now filled with adrenaline, jumped into the police car and drove it fast toward him. While driving, he fired, but the shots didn't hit. Then a bullet struck Kelly in the chest. But she held herself together and didn't let the car crash. She then rammed the car hard into a tree, which knocked the sniper off balance and made his gun fall. But he started cutting his rope. Kelly, injured, couldn't reach the gun right away, but the gun landed in his hands, and it also fell on top of the car. Now it seemed like it was going to snatch the gun away, and Kelly wouldn't be able to do anything. That's exactly what was happening. She couldn't fire. But then, 1 bullet hit it. Of course, 1 bullet wasn't enough to stop that monster. Kelly kept shooting again and again until it finally fell down. But it still wasn't dead. Kelly knew she had to kill it, otherwise it could turn the tables at any moment. But her gun wasn't firing, as if something was jammed. So Carrie smashed its face in instead, beat it brutally, and finally, it died. That's when she noticed something. For every one of its companions it killed, it was keeping count. Boiling with rage, she swung the gun and hit it. That strike triggered a shot, and the bullet went straight into its neck, killing it too. And with that, the movie came to an end. How did you like it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, subscribe to this channel for more stories like this.